There was a young man in little gray sneakers who had a little money and wanted to buy speakers. He went on the web to see what was in stock, but he wasn't so sure what was good and what was not. He read lots of forums, the comments and reviews, and asked his audio friends, which one should I choose? He read every article. He asked all his friends, is there a certain speaker that you recommend? After searching for weeks, he finally found one that suited his taste and suited his funds. He added to the cart and spent all his money. He was super excited. He hopped like a bunny. The guy was so eager he could hardly wait. He said to himself, UPS better not be late. The speakers arrived and came right on the dot. He turned on his camera and began to unbox.
Yo, Kpaceguy here. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my new home theater setup 2020. So behind me are the Canton Ventos. These are the Canton A96.2s, the A66.2, the bookshelves were the A26.2, and then my Dolby Atmos speakers here are the AR800s. Now I'm not going to leave these here. You may have wondered why am I putting them on top of the speaker. I'm not going to leave them there. If you guys saw my last home theater setup, you know that I have Atmos speakers on the wall. I have these now that are going to go above the wall here, above the speakers, and then I have the prime elevations from SVS in the back wall that I will replace later on in the future. So these aren't going to stay here, but I am going to make a video later on about which application is better. Should you put them on top of your speaker and fire upwards toward your ceiling, down to your listening position? Should you put them on a wall, put them in the ceiling? What's the best way to get Dolby Atmos? I'll talk about that in a later video, so that's coming up, but let's talk about the speakers just briefly. I'm not going to talk a lot about the specs because I put those in the beginning of the video, but I will save for another video. I'll talk about why I chose these speakers. I have a lot to say about these speakers, but I'm going to leave that for a dedicated video. But what we will talk about are how beautiful these speakers are. These are made by, of course, Canton, which is a German company. So a lot of Americans, a lot of the US citizens may not be aware of what Canton is or who Canton are, because they're not popular here, and I don't know why. Canton is phenomenal. They are phenomenal. German-made speaker. German-made speakers are absolutely just so good. So good. Now, I've never had the pleasure of owning any Canton products, but I've been aware of Canton for a very long time, and now I finally own one of their, not their top of the range speakers, but right up there. So I got these speakers from Accessories for Less for an incredible price. These speakers are like, I don't know, $2,300, $2,400 for one. Accessories for Less is selling them for $1,399 for one. So $2,600 for the pair, $2,700 for the pair. You add tax to it, whatever. So I got these from Accessories for Less. At least I got the 892s, the Floorstanding speakers. I got those for $2,700. And then the AR800s, those are the Atmos speakers. Those cost about $599, I believe. The bookshelves, the A26.2, or excuse me, the 826.2s, those cost $699 at the time. And they were doing a promotion, I guess a Memorial Day sale, where if you bought a floor-standing speaker, a Vento floor-standing speaker, you got a free center channel. So I got my center channel that I was already gonna buy. I got it for free. It was originally $899, and I got it for free because of Memorial Day, a free center channel speaker. So I couldn't pass up on it, especially because I was gonna buy it anyway. So that's my new home theater. When I get a bigger room, I'm gonna buy another set of bookshelf speakers to run a 7.2.4 system, but right now we're running a 5.2.4 system. 5 speakers on the bottom, 2 subwoofers, and then 4 speakers overhead. Now within the Vento line, this is the top tier. This is their flagship of the Vento lines, the A96.2s. I believe there's 2 other bookshelves, 2 other floor-standing speakers underneath these. These are the only Atmos speakers that they have as far as the Vento line goes. There are a few other ones that they have, but these are the ones that match as far as the cone style. This is the only center channel I think they have. I think they have maybe one smaller one. And then there's a few different bookshelves. They have the A26.2, which is what I own, the smaller bookshelf. There's an A30.2, which has a 7-inch driver, and there's an A36.2, which also has a 7-inch driver. So I got the smaller bookshelves because they're just gonna be my surround sound, so I don't really need a big bookshelf back there. But comparing them to my old system, the Polk Audio LSIM series, just off of aesthetics only, because of course I have not heard these yet, they're not as tall as my old speakers, which is good. Not as big of a footprint, but the looks and finish are far superior. The Cantons just look absolutely beautiful. All the speakers look beautiful, and that high gloss piano white finish, I absolutely love them. My first white speaker, I knew that I wanted a white speaker when I was searching for them. Grill on or grill off, these speakers look absolutely beautiful in this room. So this is the A96.2 floor-standing speaker that has 3 drivers and a 1-inch tweeter. So the top driver is a 6.8-inch driver, and then the bottom drivers are 7.6-inch drivers. So you're thinking, that's a weird number. Usually drivers are 6.5, or 5.25, or 8, or 10. But what this tells me is that Canton took the biggest speaker they can fit as far as the cubic feet of the cabinet goes. So they gave you the best driver that fits within the cubic feet of this to give you the most bass that they can. These things are rated down to 20 hertz. 20 hertz. Some subwoofers don't even reach that. Of course, I'm going to test that myself and see if we can get down there, but 20 hertz. I've heard that these things have an amazing amount of bass, really good bass reproduction. That's important to me because I have a small apartment, I have people around me, so I can't necessarily turn my subs up a lot. But if I can get some bass out of these and turn my subs off, that's awesome. There is a port at the bottom of the bass here. At the bottom, there's a down-firing port. So what that means for me or for other people, if you're gonna have this in a small room or have them against the wall, they are forgiving in that sense. So that usually when you put a speaker against the wall, you amplify bass in a negative way. But since we have a down-firing port, we still get the benefits of having a port, which means louder bass, deeper extension, without having the worry of hearing it against the wall, muffling and muddying up my sound. So that's gonna be awesome. On top of here, I'll raise the camera up for you. You guys saw the AR800s, that's the Dolby Atmos speaker. Oh my gosh, this thing is absolutely beautiful. It's small, but it has a really good bass reproduction too. I think it's at around 50 or so hertz that it's gonna get for me, which is good for Atmos. So those thunder effects will have some authority. Of course, most of that will come from the subwoofer, but this should sound really good on its own. They're gonna go above the speaker there at the top and fire down at the listening position. But first, I'm gonna leave them down here so that we can get a test of how good they are down here versus up there. But end of the day, they're gonna go back on the wall there. So the AR800s for $599 Atmos speakers, they're right around the same price as the Prime Elevation. So I'm curious to see how they sound in comparison. So moving on to the center channel, the A66.2, it's going to retain, of course, those same drivers that you're going to find in the bookshelves, as well as the mid-range of the Floorstanding speaker and the speaker inside the AR800s, and the same ceramic tweeter. Now, this tweeter has, when I was reading the reviews, has the most mentions. They tell me that this is Canton's best tweeter. Sounds so sweet, so smooth, never fatiguing. Never fatiguing, this ceramic tweeter. So I'm very, very curious of how this is going to sound in comparison to the Polk Audios I used to have, because the Polk Audio speakers that I had, the LSIM series, was on the far side of warm. They weren't neutral whatsoever. They had a very warm color. I had to up the upper frequencies because I just didn't have that sparkle like I really wanted. These sound so buttery smooth what I hear. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run calibration, of course, get everything set up, but I cannot wait to hear how that tweeter is gonna sound. But really pretty design of this speaker. It's not just a box, it's not just a little rectangular box. They tapered it off on the sides and the back to give it that kind of, that rounded look. It just really adds to the ingenuity of this speaker. It just looks so good, the white against the black against the titanium. It's just so nice. I hope they sound just anywhere, if they sound anywhere near as good as they look, I'm gonna be in for a treat. Moving on to the bookshelf speaker, the A26. Again, this is the smaller one. There's two other ones that are a little bit bigger, but the same overall aesthetic look. These have highly regarded, great reviews on every website that I found. Again, there's not a lot of websites to look for since, Canton is not really an American company at all. They're not really popular here, but there are a few reviews that you can find, and these are highly regarded. So I cannot wait to listen to them, not only in my surround sound application, but of course, I'll put them in the front stage and see how they do for 2-channel. But this system all around is going to be absolutely amazing. Alright guys, so if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you watching. This video took me forever. I mean weeks to edit. I have to say special thanks to Shereen Nicole. She was the voice that you guys heard in the very beginning. She is now gonna help me edit my videos during times when I'm busy, don't have the time to go in and edit, the video's just too long. She's gonna help me edit from here on out. So special thanks to her for doing the voiceover and helping me put this video together. Every day that you guys see a video, she's gonna have her hands on it. So special thanks to her, and thank you so much for doing the voiceover. Guys, if you appreciate this video, if you like this video, please, please, please leave a like on it for how long it took us to make this video. It took us forever to do that, but again, it also helps the YouTube algorithm. If you guys like the video, the more likes it gets, the more recommendations that this YouTube video gets to other people who may not be subscribers, so it brings more friends over to the community. So like this video, it helps the channel grow, and also leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think so far, just off of looks. What do you guys think of my choice of speakers? Did I do a good job? Let me know that down below in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe if you're not already, because I have some fun videos coming up in the very near future. We will see you in the next one. Kpaceguy out. Peace.